Hello and welcome to your reading. This reading is for the Aries zodiac sign. All those who have an Aries sun sign, Aries moon sign, Aries ascendant in their birth chart, this reading is for you. And this is a weekly reading for about 7 days, give or take 2 days. And whatever guidance comes in this reading, kindly use your discretion while watching and applying. These are messages which come from a very it comes from a hidden source, right? So it's just that one is tapping into something for the Aries uh, zodiac, and to see what is the energy for your coming 7 days. Take what vibes with you, take what is applicable to your situation. Not everything would be applicable to all those who are watching. Some things for some things for some, and some things for, and maybe something, the entire thing for some of you. So let us proceed and let us see what is it that you need to be aware of in these coming days. What is the message for the Aries zodiac? Message for Aries. All right. Release self-judgment. Don't take anything personally. What does this card say? I'll read it out to you. Even the opinions you have about yourself are not necessarily true. Therefore, you don't need to take whatever you hear in your own mind personally, right? Because the mind is operating from it's operating from a place where there is a lot of data which has been stored um, regarding the events we have experienced. So all those events are very vivid in our memory. We cannot forget them, they are there. But sometimes it does happen that a few of them keep playing up in our mind, and we kind of we start what should I say, we start telling ourselves that this is what we did, so this is what we are, this is what I said, so this is what I am. So we start judging ourselves, and it is not necessary that one event, or maybe more than one similar event, can make you something like that. Maybe there was something about that environment and at that point in time which made you do all these things, but that does not necessarily mean that you permanently a person like that. And none of us are permanently anything. We always have the ability to change everything about ourselves. So at one point in time, if you thought that you were that, okay, let me give it give that also to you, that maybe you do feel that you are like that or you were like that, but that is not your entire personality, isn't it? And that was a part of your personality which you can always change. So it is quite possible that you can bring about this kind of change, and tell yourself that probably you were that, but now you no longer want to be that, and that event or those set of events should not define you forever for what kind of person you are. So this is what the card is saying, that don't make it about yourself that I am this and I am that. No, it happened, and kind of release it and say that no, I am not like that. At that point in time I responded in a particular way, or maybe I reacted in a particular way, right? But that does not make me that kind of a person. Okay, now just let me take out some cards for this. So this is about telling yourself this particular week the energy is such that you need to work a little on this, and maybe similar events are likely to come up again. All right, or you might be facing events which again make you respond in the way which you think that has defined you. It is not like that. Or maybe some of you are not dealing, healing yourself, and this is something which is coming up again and again to bother you, that yes, it's like this and I'm like this, and etc., etc. You are being told that if you are healing yourself, this is something you really need to release for yourself right now, and not put any labels on yourself. not put labels on any other person, because if you know that you should not be putting these labels on yourself, you should neither be putting these kind of labels on anybody else, because you understand the journey now. And here you have got angel of strength. So you have the strength and the ability to do this healing for yourself, and you're also being given guidance, how you should proceed with this healing work. Because you are, when we start judging ourselves and we start labeling ourselves, we give power only to those one or two words, which might not be very nice. So so one can feel a little disempowered, but you need to empower yourself that no, you are not that those words or that definition is not applicable to you, and that does not make you whatever you are calling yourself. Magician and the mirror. This is a very interesting card to get, because there are a lot of things about this card. So when you are healing yourself, you are being urged to bring about a balance in your male energy and female energy. Normally they say that the right side is, I mean, this is my this thing, the right side of the card. So this is the male energy and this half is the female energy. But here you have this male symbol of male energy, which is fire and red color here, symbol of female energy, which is water and blue on the right side. So you have to have a flow happening of masculine and feminine. There has to be a balance. Now there are a few meanings to this card. First is magician and the mirror. So whatever you are calling yourself, labeling yourself, or judging yourself, you are it is being going to be reflected back to you, because we only see in the mirror what we project on that, what we put in front of that. So if this is what you are going to put for yourself, this is exactly what you are going to get in return. So if you are going to be judgmental about yourself, you will find situations, you will find people which are going to keep you in that energy only. Second meaning of this card is the magician is there. Everybody has the ability to turn things around, to create one thing from another. What does a magician do? He takes a few things, I mean, this is just what he shows to us, that how he can take a couple of things and create a lot of things from there. That, for example, he's got a hat, that very conventional example, that he pulls out a rabbit or he pulls out a pigeon out of that hat. But is there actually a pigeon or a rabbit? No, it is just an illusion. So all this judgment you are doing about yourself is some kind of illusion which is keeping you trapped. And you have that energy to release that and to change it and convert it like a magician to something something which is something completely very different. Give it a new reality, give it a new name, or I would go and say that create a new picture, because in the mirror an image is created. So you need to break out of this image and create a new image for yourself, which is more in harmony and in balance for you, right? Okay. You've got this goddess of the moon. Again, I would like to point out for some of you, in case there is a new moon or a full moon which has just passed or is coming up in a day or so, it would be a good time to tap into that, because especially during a full moon, the intuition is really, really heightened, and it can bring about bring to the surface a lot of things. The tides also move as per the waxing waning of the moon, right? So sometimes there is, from the depth, a lot of other things are likely to come up. Second thing is that tune into your intuition, your inner knowing. That is going to help you a lot in this, and don't distrust it. Sometimes we get all these messages from somewhere within. We do not know whether we should believe them. It's a figment of our imagination or something I am created. But no, that is the truth. Because your heart is always open to receiving guidance from a deeper source, which the brain can never figure out for itself. Never. Because a brain works on what is present in front of it, but the heart works at a deeper level, and this is the deeper level of the moon, the night, things below the surface. So you are being urged to trust those messages. You've got the thinking woman. So this is again feminine energy is this intuition. It is this intuitive energy. You've got this butterfly here, which is urging you to change your thoughts about yourself. You might be somebody who's very who's like, whose intellect is very active, let me say. You always like to think through things, you always like to ponder over a lot of things, right? So some of you might be, in the habit of, sitting by yourself and just giving into your, thoughts, observing how your thoughts are coming up, observing the kind of, messages you hear for yourself. It's like a certain chain of thoughts which is running in your head, which urges you to think a little more. If this is you, the thoughts will be regarding this now, and you can change it. You have the strength, you are being supported, the environment is very, very conducive for you to start releasing all these things for yourself. Because sometimes I get this card, even for myself, because I know that even I like to, sit and just, have a blank mind and, allow thoughts to come in. And somewhere down the line, everything does add up. Here is the last card for you, Door to Spirit. This is something which Spirit is urging you to do, because it wants to prepare you for something. It wants to connect with you, and holding on to these kind of beliefs and this kind of thought process, this kind of way of being and living, is hindering your connection with spirit. You see the way this door is open and all this beautiful energy is allowed to come in. You need to release that, you need to open the door of your mind as well as your heart, and open up your intuition for the universe to communicate with you. This is a very strong message coming for you, because somehow, you are being prepared, for something much more than what you're actually doing right now. And the first step, or maybe for a lot of you, this is another step in that journey to kind of shift things for yourself, the way you are perceiving yourself, so that you can open up yourself to the universe and the spirit. Because the moment we open up, we do not create any boundaries, that this should come towards me, this should come towards me. We become an open channel where the universe finds it easy to communicate with us and give us, messages which are meant for us, and other things, and lead to other, you know things as well, and other paths as well, roads to, discovery, and a whole lot of, opening many, many doors. So this is very important. And here also you see, this is connected to the heart chakra over here. These kind of limiting beliefs, block our solar plexus as well as our heart. You're being urged to heal your heart towards yourself, release all these blockages, all right, so that you can be in open communication with, the higher powers, the spirit, and your guides also, and all the forces of energy which are wanting to connect with you. Okay, I'll just pull out a few more cards. Just let me ask for a little bit of guidance how you can go about this. All right, how do you, some of you might be already working on it, and those who are going to who would like to work on this, a few tips to get started. Okay, we'll take these three. First and foremost, honor your true feelings. The moment we ignore these feelings, that is where the whole block starts, because the feeling is again the heart. Feeling is something which you have a deep knowing with, a deep connection with. Again, this is water which is allowed to flow. Here also you've got this water card, right? Here you've also got this water card. So allow the feelings to flow, and accept them, that yes, I feel like this. And then from there onwards, things will start opening up. The first and foremost step is to acknowledge and honor that I feel that for a reason. I feel that because whatever it is, fill in the blank. There might be 10 fill in the blanks, but all of them are going to give you very valuable insight into this healing process. So the first step would be to do that. Be honest with yourself. It kind of backs up this card. Don't brush anything under the carpet. Don't sweep away anything which comes up to you for you. Be honest with it, and don't this is a dragonfly. Dragonflies also represent a kind of a change, right? And it is telling you to look at this entire thing for yourself, so that you can clear it up. And a good place to start is being honest about your feelings, and not miracle healing. See, we started with the premise that some kind of healing is required for you at this point in time, and just by following these two steps to start with, you will see how the doors, you will open the doors for this healing energy to come in. We don't heal ourselves. There are no heavy duty techniques required, there are no heavy duty procedures required to heal ourselves. Nature heals, the universe heals, the almighty heals. We just need to be open to it, and the moment you start acknowledging things and allowing the energy to flow towards you, the healing will happen. So that was your reading, Aries. I hope you liked it. Thank you for watching.